A home inspection is your opportunity as a buyer to learn about the true condition of the property you're purchasing. A home inspector is here to look for safety issues and/or items of deferred maintenance that may cause you trouble down the road. Hi, it's Eric with Century 21 Award. I have attended hundreds of home inspections over the years. Not all buyer's agents will attend home inspections with their buyers, and when they do, they don't always pay attention. I have been there for every single one, and I have negotiated hundreds of repair requests over the years. We're standing outside a beautiful house in Scripps Ranch that was built in 1975 and recently has been completely renovated. We have this one currently on the market if you know anybody who might be interested. Today we're going to share 5 things that home inspectors look for, so let's get started. So here in the kitchen is a great place to take a look at 2 of the 5 items that home inspectors always look for. The most common item that I have seen come up on home inspections over the years are GFCI protected outlets. GFCI stands for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupt. And outlets that are within 3 feet of a water source, like a kitchen or bathroom sink, need to be GFCI protected so that if there is a ground fault, the outlet will trip off and you will be safe from electrocution. So home inspectors employ a tool like this, which is an outlet tester, to see first if the outlet is wired correctly. If the 2 orange lights come on this way, then the outlet is wired correctly. The next thing they will do is to trip the GFCI outlet and make sure that it turns off when the outlet is tripped, and then they will hit the reset button to see if it comes back on properly. And this one does, because this house has been recently remodeled and all of this was done up to code. So this is okay. But if it's not okay, then the seller needs to correct the issue. The second most common item that home inspectors check for and usually find issues with are under the kitchen sink or under the bathroom sinks. Home inspectors will open up the cabinet under the sink and look for any evidence that there's been leaking. Indications of leaks would be stains or warping of the wood underneath the sink. In this case, it's all clean because it's been recently remodeled. But if you look under the sink and you see deformed wood or staining, that's an indication that there have been leaks in the past and it could still be leaking. The third most common issue that I find home inspectors notice are dirty filters in the HVAC system. HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, and cooling. And in every house, there is a vent just like this that's actually an intake vent. This is where your heating and cooling system pulls all of its air from into the furnace and into the air conditioning system. If this filter is dirty, as it is in most homes, that's an indication that the HVAC system has not been recently maintained. HVAC systems should be maintained by a professional at least every other year, if not every year, and the homeowner should be changing the filter every 6 months. The fourth most common item that home inspectors look at are water shutoff valves, otherwise known as angle stop valves. These are the valves that are underneath all of your sinks and behind all of your toilets, and this is where the water supply line comes into the room and you can turn it on and off. Almost all of the time, homeowners do not have these replaced every 10 years. They become frozen with minerals and crusty and can fail. And if one of these valves fails, you're going to have water coming in your house at 60 pounds per square inch, and it's going to flood quickly, and it's almost always going to happen when you're on vacation. The fifth most common item that home inspectors check is the water pressure of the home. Water pressure is very important because if it's too low, you won't get a good shower, but if it's too high, you could bust a pipe, and that's not going to be good for anybody. What we're generally looking for with the water pressure is somewhere between 55 and 65 or 70 pounds per square inch. This home appears to be right about 62 psi, which is just about perfect. So the water pressure regulator in this house is doing its job. Today we've gone over the 5 most common things that home inspectors look at and find issues with on home inspections. but there are dozens and dozens of others, and you really want to avoid having any unpleasant surprises after you move into your new home. So always hire a good home inspector and always work with a knowledgeable real estate professional who can negotiate a repair request for you. If you liked what you saw here today inside this house, it is available, so please check the link in the description and ask us for a private tour.